What's up, everybody? King of Fomo here, coming at you with your daily crypto update. In this video, we're going to be talking about Polygon and its potential jump to $10 in the very near future. I'm going to give you guys some reasons on why I think that. We're also going to talk about two other coins that I do believe are poised to grow a lot in the coming weeks, months, and years. Before I get into any of that, guys, make sure you head on over to my Patreon page. If you want to become a patron, you're going to get access to two things. One of them being access to my Discord community, where we're talking about a lot of crypto stuff. And honestly, I learn a lot from the people in that Discord. And if you want to hear about videos before I make the videos, it's the perfect place to go to. You'll also get access to all of my videos up to 3 days earlier than everybody else here on YouTube. So let's get straight into it. We're going to talk about the crypto of the day, Polygon. So Polygon, I do believe, is poised to move to a $10 spot sometime in the near future. I have a lot of chips betting on Polygon. You know, I'm putting my money where my mouth is, essentially, with this coin, and I have been pretty much ever since about 18 cents earlier this year. Now it's sitting at about $1.88. We're going to talk about the price that it's at right now. It's really been sort of a stable coin over the past couple of weeks, but you can see here that honestly Polygon is one of my largest stakes in crypto. I have a few other crypto stakes that are equally as large or close to that, but Polygon is one that I do believe is nowhere near done growing for many reasons here. So we can see over here that the price of Polygon today is $1.88. And where does that put it in terms of where is it going to be if it does hit $10? This is the coinperspective.com, and we can see that Polygon compared to Solana, it's going to put it at $10.88. Honestly, if it gets anywhere near that's number 6 or number 5 spot, that will put it at that $10 spot. Now, can it potentially get there? You have to take a look at some of the top 20 coins here. And I've talked about this on the channel a lot. I do believe that your top 50, top 100 coins in the next year or 2 years are going to be second layer solutions to Ethereum. Ethereum is the smart contract powerhouse in the crypto space. And over the past few years, there's been many other cryptos coming out with smart contracts to compete or to run alongside with Ethereum, and almost all of them have been extremely successful. So that tells you that the majority of the general public, the market, and even corporations are mostly interested in these smart contracts for the near future. So I do believe that not only Polygon, but many other of these smart contract type of blockchains are going to be your top cryptos in the next 2 to 3 years. And we're going to see a lot of these other ones that don't really do too much for the consumer or for the corporations drop off the charts. But we have Solana here, we have Cardano, which we're going to talk about a little bit later in the video. We have Terra, we have Avalanche, and those are just to name a few of these coins. And then just shortly after that, we have Polygons in here at rank 19. Now, if we take a look at kind of the price movement for Polygon, this is where I want to get into the why do I think it's going to get to $10 sometime soon here. But we just zoom out in the past 30 days for Polygon, you can see that this is a coin that people have sort of been stressing people out a little bit about how stable it's been. The rest of the crypto market has had some wild movements. I'm talking upwards of moving 20% in a day, 30%, sometimes over 150% in a week's time span, with many of these cryptos that are coming out of the woodworks, some of them old, some of them new, some of them in between, all kinds of cryptos moving at a much more volatile rate, where you're going to be able to reap the benefits of selling or of swing trading or of just holding the coins. And Polygon has really just sat still here for the past kind of month or so, or not month, but for the past month, it really hasn't had any large movements. Many large movements at all, and we can see that the price has sort of been stuck at $1.90 for like the past week while many other cryptos, including Bitcoin itself, which is currently at an all-time high as I'm making this video. So what does that tell you? Well, it tells me a couple of things. I've been in this crypto space for a long time, and this is really unnatural price movement for a coin that is a top 50 coin that's not, a legitimate stable coin. So what that tells me is that there is price manipulation, price suppression going on from some major whales in the space. Now, this happens a lot with many different cryptos. I mean, the two best examples of price manipulation at a large scale are probably Bitcoin and Ethereum. Those are both coins that sort of just move sideways for a long time, and then all of a sudden you have a huge movement where it just kind of leaves you in the dust if you're looking for another price entry point. It's just not going to be there. And Polygon is at a very similar point where I do think that it's got this sideways movement and people have sort of just forgotten about it. And I do believe that the next price rise up for Polygon is probably going to hit somewhere around about $6 to $8. Now, where is that number coming from? So $6 to $8 would put Polygon, let's find out exactly where it would be. Let's see, $6 to $8 Polygon would be a little bit higher here. We're looking at somewhere around about where Polkadot is and where Doge is, and I do think that Polygon has it's been I think it's been in the top 10 very, very briefly about 6 months ago, when it hit its all-time high before. Now, these are all things that I'm saying where you also have to keep in mind crypto as a whole is increasing in its market cap. I mean, crypto's market cap overall just hit $3 trillion earlier today. And I do think that as that continues to rise, these price points, when I say $10 Polygon, it's going to put it at the number 5 spot right above Cardano, right underneath USDT. A year from now, a couple months from now, even a couple weeks from now, putting it at the price of $10, it might not be a top 5 spot. It might be the number 10 spot as the entire crypto space sort of moves up as the market cap increases overall. So those are just some things to note here. Honestly, the one thing that really just grabs my attention is Polygon hasn't moved a lot. Hasn't moved for a very, very long time. It's a top 20 coin, which should be experiencing the same volatility. And on top of that, this is another thing that you guys should pay attention to. The volume for Polygon, let's just go back to the 24-hour chart, even the 7-day chart. The volume for Polygon has steadily increased over the past week as well, as if some big, large movements are coming. The last time we had a volume movement for Polygon was actually earlier this week when it hit $2.14, and then it kind of went back down to its previous levels. But Polygon, it also does this. If we take a look at some of the charts here, now I'm not a trading chart analysis person, but I do like to look at trends and kind of look at what type of things have happened in the past. But a lot of what Polygon has done, even in the past 180 days, you don't really have any major movements. And when you do have major movements, these major movements are sort of at 50 cents at a time. If you look at the 90-day chart, you really see there's a lot of sideways movement from about $1 to $1.50, and then you have some major movement at once here from that $1 to $1.50 point, and then again you have some sideways movement for a little bit of time, and then you have some major movement from the $1.50 all the way up to about $2, and again we're having some sideways movement. And if we look out at the maximum amount of this chart, one of the last times we had a major movement for Polygon was when it was at about maybe 30 cents, and it rocketed up to about $2.45 in an extremely short period of time. Now again, if it does that similarly to what it did back in May, then you're going to be looking at a $6 Polygon, potentially an $8 Polygon if it does, exactly the same type of parabolic movements from about 30 cents to $2 and $2.40 right here. You're looking at about an $8 Polygon, and I do think that it will pull back if it follows the same trends that it's doing, pull back and kind of move sideways for a long time at $6. So I know that was a really kind of messy way of just vomiting out my thoughts and opinions about Polygon to you guys, but honestly, I do think that a $6 price target in the short term for Polygon is sort of what I'm looking for, which would put it pretty much close to about rank 10, depending on if crypto continues this upward trajectory. And then from there, I do think that from the $6 price point, we can get to the $10 price point. That's going to be the next step as Polygon sort of moves sideways from $6. So personally, if it does go to $8, I'll probably, shave a little off the top, buy back at $6, and then ride the wave to $10 and see what happens from right there. But I'm really excited about Polygon. That's enough of talking about price stuff. They're doing a lot of things behind the scenes as well. We're talking about Ethereum 2.0 launching soon as well. And Polygon has been sort of a sister or brother network to Ethereum in terms of getting smart contracts working over there and having an ecosystem that's comparable to Ethereum in terms of people using the ecosystem and the smart contracts that are on there, and the user experience is very similar as well. So I do think that with all those things in mind, this coin is definitely a competitor. Not to mention, if you guys go over to their Twitter page, they have tons and tons of partnerships that they're announcing every single day and every single week. So like if you really are researching and paying attention to this coin, this is a coin that is doing a lot of stuff, and like I said, it is unnatural how the price movement is just so sideways. So that tells me that there's a lot of people that have a lot of money that are forcing people to buy at this price, that are accumulating at about $1.90, and that we might have another parabolic rise for Polygon soon here. So those are my thoughts on that. Now that went a little bit longer than I anticipated, so I'll kind of quickly go over kind of some of the other gems that I've been taking a look at. And my staking chart is going to be available on my Patreon page if you guys want to take a look at this and kind of see how I'm doing overall, how much of my coins I hold with each of this stuff. And I'm going to be adding some more to this, maybe adding some of the coins that I've purchased but I'm not staking, and some of the coins that I'm taking a look at. I'll probably add some charts to this staking as well. But two coins that I can kind of quickly mention here that I think have similar potential to Polygon in terms of that growth, that 5x growth from $2 to $10. One of them is KuCoin. So KuCoin, again, is a coin that I do believe has the potential to compete with Binance Coin. Binance Coin, as well as Solana and a few others, are centralized smart contract platforms. And KuCoin is, again, very similar to that. It is a semi-centralized smart contract platform. Now, the positive with Binance Coin is that Binance is well known, and they're doing a really good job keeping everything together, doing the promotions, doing types of maintenance, and making sure that everything is working smoothly with the Binance Smart Chain. And for the KuCoin Smart Chain, or I forget what this thing is called, KuCoin Community Chain, they're doing similar things as what Binance is doing, but they're also taking a sort of a hands-off approach, as in most of the stuff that's going to be created on the KCC chain is going to be from the community, and that takes away from that centralization, which I think is actually pretty valuable, and actually a little bit more valuable than that of BNB. So with all of those things being said, I do think that KuCoin can be a competitor here to the Binance Smart Chain. Also keeping in mind that the majority of like your huge gainers on the coin market cap in total. Sorry, excuse me. The majority of the huge gainers from the coin market cap in total have been directly from KuCoin. So if you're looking for like Kadena or Secret or a lot of these other coins, the majority of the trading that's been going on from some of these coins that have gone parabolic in very, very short periods of time have been on primarily KuCoin instead of Binance. Now, a year ago, you couldn't say that. Everything that was coming out, everything that was doing extremely well was coming out on Binance. And now that's Not the case anymore. KuCoin is sort of stealing Binance's thunder on its own centralized non-KCC chain exchange. So I think that's a pretty big deal, and that's one of the reasons why I do think that KuCoin can compete with, at least, if not take the spot from Binance in being a top exchange and top chain for smart contracts. So KuCoin becoming a 60x and getting to where Binance Coin is, BNB is. Don't say I didn't say it was possible. If we see a couple weeks from now, KuCoin really coming up there with those gains. So definitely keep it on your radar. Now, I'm not saying that's definitely going to happen. There's still a lot more people on Binance than KuCoin. But there's definitely a lot of upside when it comes to KuCoin as well. So that's one of the reasons why I think that it has also retained or re-reached its all-time high this week too. And then finally, this is actually coming directly from my Discord. One of the members in my Discord actually mentioned this next coin, which is Crypto.com. So we just talked about KuCoin, we just talked about BNB and their own centralized smart contract chains. Well, Crypto.com is actually coming out with the Kudos coin. I do believe that the Kudos coin is going to be related to their own chain over there. They have what it takes to market it. They have what it takes to really, again, be a competitor to that of the Binance Smart Chain as well. So putting Crypto.com at the same kind of realm as the BNB coin would be a 10x. This is one to keep on your radar as well. And if not, I'm not saying buy all these coins, but at the very least, take a look at them and see what they have going on in the next couple of weeks, months, and years. So those are the three coins that I kind of wanted to put on your guys' radar. There's a lot of other ones that I'm looking at. I'm looking at Xenon, Cadena. These are other coins that are sort of launching their own smart chains as well. Smart contract chains as well, and there's a lot more that I could say about that, but I'll have to get into that in a separate video. So maybe I'll record one right after this and kind of release it a little bit later for those of you on YouTube, and for those of you on Patreon, you'll get that sooner. But keep all these coins on your radar. Don't sleep on them. And like I said, if you are holding Polygon, if you're taking a look at it or thinking about it, I do believe that this is going to be a sneaky pump that's going to be happening sometime soon on this coin. All right, guys, I'll catch you in the next video. Like, comment, subscribe, and again, if you want to get these videos earlier than everyone else on YouTube, as well as access to my Discord community where you can ask me questions and talk about this stuff, then head on over to my Patreon page and select a membership level right there. Catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.